Welcome class! My name is Miss Garrett and today I am going to be teaching you about conformity. So what are we going to be looking at? First up, we're going to be defining what conformity actually is and the types of conformity. Then we're going to be looking at some studies to do with conformity and the limitations of the studies, and then we're also going to be taking a little dive into the history of conformity, whether that's literature, real world, etc. I bet you're wondering, what is conformity? Conformity is when someone changes their beliefs or their behaviours to match a group. Crutchfield, 1955, defines it as yielding to a group pressure. So you can throw that one in your essay if you need it. So what are the different types of conformity? Well, first up we have compliance. And compliance is when you agree publicly with the views but not privately. Therefore you're extremely two-faced. For example, if two of your friends are talking about a new TV show that they've watched and you've not watched it, you might join in and watch that TV show and think it's rubbish, but you watch it anyway because you want to be part of their conversation. They have a fear of being rejected, and they also want favourable actions to happen to them because they have joined this group. Next up, we have internalized. Internalized is when someone believes it both publicly and privately because it matches their own value system. Last up we have identification conformity. This is when someone either wants to establish or maintain a relationship with someone, so they conform to their beliefs. So in internet terms, they are the ultimate simp. Marketing also plays on this sort of conformity. For example, your favourite celebrity advertising their new lip kit. All the fans will go over and start purchasing that lip kit because they have advertised it. So if you're sat out there and you don't conform, I'm sure you have bought something your fellow celebrities have been advertising. You have conformed, my friend. So let's dive into some studies. First up we have Asch's line study in 1951. Participants were told they'll be taking part in a visual perception study. They were put in a room with 5 Confederates. If you don't know what a Confederate is, it is basically someone that is in on the study, almost like a mole of sorts. They were presented with a line, and they had to match the line with either A, B or C. The line should have been obvious to anyone with good eyesight. However, the Confederates answered wrong to 12 out of the 18 trials, to see if any of the participants would conform. Results showed that about a third of the participants conformed, and a further 75% conformed at least once in the study. However, like most studies, there are limitations. For example, they only used males in the study, therefore it cannot be generalised to the population. It was also very artificial. It's not every day we compare lines to other lines, therefore it has low ecological validity. However, there are a lot of studies out there that try to sort these limitations out. Some examples of these are Rattan and Shaw, 1964. They looked at gender and found participants in the same gender groups conformed less than in groups of different genders. Milgram, 1961, looked at different cultures and found that participants from Norway were more likely to conform than participants from France. So all these studies got me thinking, and it got me wondering, why do we conform? One reason could be humans from the past. They relied on communities to stay alive. If you were not part of a community, your chances of survival plummeted, almost like a lone wolf. So let's look at some examples of conformity in the real world. The book Lord of the Flies looks at aspects of conformity. Spoilers! In the book, the boys make their own society, and if you weren't part of that society, well, it wasn't good. Another thing we can look at is Nazi Germany in World War II. If you're sat at home and you believe that every single person in Germany believed in what Hitler said, I'm pretty sure that was compliance conformity. I believed that they were worried about the secret police, they were worried about Hitler, they were worried about the war, and compliance conformity took a good seat in that. Unfortunately, that's all I've got time for, i.e. that's all I've prepared for this video. If you want more psychology videos, let me know in the comments. I really enjoy making them as my degree is in psychology. I'm going to link to all the references in this video in the description, so if you want to read the whole studies, feel free, it's in the description. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, it will really help me out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!